Hey guys, welcome to Makeup 101, where I'm going to show you how to do your makeup the way that a makeup artist would. Today we're not actually applying makeup, we're going to be talking about tools that you need to get through this, and we're also going to talk about makeup palettes and how to use eyeshadow palettes. So next time we're going to be talking about eyes, but this is a really important. Setting the foundation is so important so that you know what tools you're going to need to be able to do the makeup looks that I'm going to talk about. So we're going to be talking about a few brushes and a sponge, and then I'm also going to be walking you through an eyeshadow palette to kind of tell you how this works. So buckle up, here we go. First, we're going to be talking about eyeshadow brushes because I'm not the only one that's bought kits of these, and I'm like, what do you do with all of these? You're only going to need 4 brushes to do every single look that I'm going to talk about today. Now, don't mind mine, they're a little dirty because I already used them. I'm gonna show you the ones I'm using, and then I'm gonna write the equivalent of what they are from different brands and how much they are so that you know where to get them. Number 1, we're gonna need a eyeshadow buffer brush for the inside here to do the crease. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill one that I'm using. This is all of the equivalents here. This brush is fluffy, it puts in color, it blends beautifully. Absolute must-have. Next, we're going to be talking about a actual blending buffing brush. This is going to be clean almost all the time, and this is to diffuse lines. Here it is from all different brands, what you can get it for. I love this brush. Lastly is going to be a brush for our outer corner, lining underneath, placing shadow on the lid. This is a really important brush to have too. I love this one from Jaclyn Hill, but here it is in a bunch of other brands and price ranges. And lastly is a liner brush with a spoolie. This only comes from a couple of different brands, but absolutely a must-have. You can fill in your brows with this, you can line, you can go underneath, you can do detail work, and then your spoolie you can use for your eyebrows or to kind of separate your eyelashes. Absolutely love this brush. Now we're going to move to face brushes. You only need 1 or 2, kind of depending on what you're applying your foundation with. So this is the It Cosmetics Flat Top Kabuki brush. Again, I'm going to show you a bunch of different brands that have flat top kabuki brushes that I love. These are dense. They can be used for powder foundations, liquid foundations, buffing out product, full coverage application. Then you're going to need a blush / highlighting brush. I use this brush because it's tapered. It's great for getting underneath the eyes with powder if you need to. It's great for contouring and highlighting. It's great for blush. It's great for highlight here. It gets into all of your little crevices. It's absolutely amazing. Here it is from different brands so that you can check it out. And then beauty blending sponges. This one is dirty because I just used it, but don't mind that. This is the actual Beauty Blender brand. It's like a soft, squishy foam. You get these damp under running water, squeeze them until they get wet, and then just squeeze out all the excess water and then hit it with a towel for a couple of seconds. That's how they're intended to be used, is when they're damp. Lots of brands, again, make this. These are my favorites right here, but I love an old school beauty blender, but they are quite pricey. And like you can see, they start falling apart after you wash them every so often. So definitely you don't have to invest in this brand. There's so many brands that are just as good. Okay, now that we talked about tools, let's talk about eyeshadow palettes because I know that they can be really overwhelming. You buy these palettes, they've got tons of different colors in it. You're like, I don't know what to do with it. This is the palette I'm highly suggesting because it's the one I'm going to be using today to show you different looks. What I love about this palette, it's from ColourPop. It's the It's a Mood palette, but I want to talk about why I love this one because every single eye look is already in a row for you, just like this. However, let me show you a regular eyeshadow palette so you can see that they're not all like this. Let me show you how they intended for you to navigate this so that you're not so confused. All palettes this size are meant for colorways of 3 or 4. So if you start looking at 3, 1, 2, 3, that's an eyeshadow look. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See what I mean? They all kind of go together. You also can do 4s, all the way this way. You can go this way. If you start looking at your eyeshadow palettes when you're shopping like that, it makes it a lot easier. 1, 2, 3 go together beautifully. 1, 2, 3, even 1, 2, 3. These 4, these 4. Let me tell you about texture of eyeshadow and what that means. First, we're going to start off with a matte eyeshadow. Matte eyeshadows have no shimmer or sheen to them. They are completely flat. That one you can hardly even see. They are completely matte. Let me show you a dark one right next to it so you know what I'm talking about. See, no shimmer or sheen, just matte. And what we have is a satin. Satins are shiny, but not shimmery. So just like that. If they're almost like a matte, but they're shiny, but they don't have glitter or shimmer in them. Then we have what we call a shimmer, which is a matte eyeshadow that has glitter in it. Just like that. So you see the back base of it is matte, but then it has glitter pieces in it. Then we have pressed glitters, which are exactly that. They are glitters that are in a palette that do not have color behind them. They're literally just meant as an eyeshadow topper. So I hope that helps with eyeshadow picking and with tools. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. I will get to all of them and make sure I answer them for you. If you have an in-depth question, send me a DM. I would love to answer it for you. Next time, we're going to focus on how to do our eyes. We're going to work on eyeshadow and eyeliner. I'm so excited. So definitely make sure to join me for that, and I will see you then. Bye.